Every developer has shipped a side project or a prototype that worked perfectly until real users, real load, and real failures showed up. In this video, we will look at exactly what changes when a system has to survive production, the structural decisions, the safety mechanisms, and the operational habits that separate a demo from a product built to last. The trap is that small-scale software and large-scale software look almost identical at the start. Both are just services talking to databases. The difference is in all the assumptions the code makes silently, that config never changes, that network calls always succeed, that only one user acts at a time. Those assumptions are fine for a prototype, but they become structural weaknesses the moment traffic grows and things start to fail. Think of a pop-up food stall versus a restaurant chain. The stall is optimized for one thing, getting food out fast today. Everything is informal, personal, and fragile. The chain is optimized for surviving at volume. It has documented processes, redundant suppliers, and fallback plans for when things go wrong. Neither is wrong. They are built for completely different pressures. Software works exactly the same way. You can think of the journey from small to large as adding successive layers of resilience. A small product collapses those layers. Config is in the code, there is one process, and failure handling is an afterthought. A production baseline externalizes configuration, pools shared resources, and wraps every remote call in safety nets. A large-scale product then adds horizontal growth, concurrency safety, and the observability tools that let teams reason about what the system is doing under real load. Trace a single request through a production system, and you can see every safety layer in action. The request lands on a stateless instance, meaning any instance can handle it. Configuration is pulled from the environment, not hard-coded. A cache check can short-circuit the expensive path. When the service calls a dependency, it sets an explicit timeout and will retry with backoff if the first attempt fails. If the dependency is repeatedly failing, a circuit breaker opens and the service degrades gracefully instead of hanging. Finally, every outcome is emitted as a metric or trace so the team can see what happened. The honest trade-off is speed against resilience. A small-scale approach gets you to users fast with very little overhead, which is exactly right for an MVP or an internal tool with a handful of users. A large-scale approach invests upfront in the infrastructure that keeps the system running when load spikes, dependencies fail, or the team changes, but that investment costs real time and complexity. The question is not which is better, it is which pressure dominates your situation right now. The practical guidance is to be deliberate about which decisions are cheap to adopt early and which can wait. Externalizing configuration costs almost nothing and pays dividends the moment you have a second environment. Timeouts and retries are also low effort and prevent the most common production disasters. Caching, horizontal scale-out, and full observability pipelines are worth the investment once you have evidence of real load, not before. The goal is to avoid both extremes, premature over-engineering and naive under-engineering. To recap, the gap between a working demo and a production product is not the feature list. It is the set of structural decisions that let the system survive reality. Externalize configuration early, protect every remote call with timeouts and circuit breakers, keep your services stateless so you can scale them horizontally, and instrument everything so you can see what is happening. Apply these deliberately, and you will build systems that grow with you instead of breaking under you.